Hello. Hello and
Hello,
welcome.
everybody. Welcome to episode 42.
Whoa.
42.
Is that right?
That is right. It's like your third week in a
So-
row.
Is that because I missed last week?
No, you haven't missed for a while.
Okay, I added one extra one. I was 100% convinced it was 41.
Well, that's how it
and
works.
I just blind. No. I was 100% this week was 41 and last week was 40. So I just blindly added
Every
one
week
just
you
because I
keep
was
saying,
like, I don't
"Oh,
trust me.
Every week you get it
I
right,
know.
and you're like, "Oh, I thought I was wrong."
Yeah, it's weird. I've just been
because,
adding
like,
one and it works.
I'm trying to get it wrong. I throw like Hail Mary numbers. I'm like, fucking add 7. You know? There was one week where I added like 6. And then it was like, you're right. Like, what? Anyways,
Well,
welcome to episode 40. What did I say? 42?
Yeah. 42.
God damn.
Yeah.
Look at me go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Lots of
started
stuff.
playing Elden Ring last week. I don't think we talked about it on the previous podcast.
No, I don't think we did. Yeah.
We weren't playing. We
Yeah.
weren't really playing at that point.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's fun. We're playing the Elden Ring co-op, the seamless co-op mod that keeps everyone safe. So normal Elden Ring has co-op, but if you want, you can't like constantly run around together. When you beat a boss, the people that are summoned to help out disappear, and then you have to go into their worlds and beat the boss. So you have to do everything twice.
Right.
But with a seamless co-op mod, we just stay in, like Kay's hosting, we just stay in his game the whole time.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's Kari's,
I was surprised.
Kari's first time playing too. First Souls game, even.
Yeah. It's so much fun with like a bunch of other people. Because we can also like it changes how the fights work significantly because you can aggro trade. And like you can just do a lot of like alpha like the jump attacks usually don't get to spam that much. You're able to play like way safer because you just wait for the boss to turn around and get aggroed on somebody else, and then you just jump and hit him in the back and run away. That's like my entire strategy.
I mean, that's how I
We're
played the
playing
game
together.
normally solo.
But they're usually targeted at you at most of the time, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it changes it a bit.
But yeah, it's a lot of
I was
fun.
playing. I was so excited to play because we didn't really get to play this last weekend because Colton's not at home. He's traveling, so I started playing by myself, and I was like, "Fuck, this game's so much harder by yourself." I died to the Crucible Knight that first Everjail
Oh, really? I had the
like-
opposite. When
like 25 times. I got my ass kicked in constantly.
I started a new one the other day just by myself too, and I was like, oh, this is way easier because it's not like scaled up.
Normal enemies are way easier, but bosses and stuff, you have to like you just get your shit kicked.
I just went and first tried was it Godfrey? First try, one try.
Really?
Done, yeah.
What the fuck?
I just went and got that
I suck
halberd.
at that game.
I was probably I forget how high level
Oh,
I
did
was.
you go get that halberd?
I did, yeah.
Oh, I went and soul farmed immediately until I got to like 40 health, like 30 health or something, like 1200ish health, and then I just fucked off and played the game normally.
Right.
So I don't do any damage. So that was part of my problem is I was like hitting for 50, and I'm like, this is gonna take a long time.
What is your impression so far, Kari, of like a Souls game? I guess this is really like the authentic Souls experience with 4 other people running around.
Close. It's pretty close.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I think it's more fun because I'm playing with y'all. But I still wonder how much I would get into it on my own.
What I would say is the experience, like playing solo right now, I'm enjoying it less than I did on launch. Because at launch, you could constantly summon people to come help you out, which had some of that co-op vibes. Like that's not really a thing right now. Like,
is that a big thing in the Souls games?
Huge mechanic.
To do
I mean,
summoning's
for some people, like I never do it, and I never have in any of the Souls games I've played.
Yeah, I always summon just because it's fun and it's cool. My favorite part is always seeing other people's builds. Is people show up with like the craziest shit. Like either something stupid or strong, and you're like, oh, I want to go get that weapon.
So you like to play the games on like easy mode, right?
Oh,
basically.
yes. Yeah. I played enough of the previous Dark Souls on the hard mode that now I think I don't care.
There's no difficulty modes.
There's difficulty as in like
choosing to do like a naked build or whatever it's called. Yeah.
But I mean, I do some stuff pretty stupid, like I never wear armor and shit like that. So there's some stuff I do that's just dumb.
Oh, yeah.
But
overall, I like it. It's good.
Nice, yeah.
Maybe after we do our playthrough, I'll have a different opinion.
Yeah.
as we get further.
Yeah, I think the game changes so much with like kind of like each zone, like what you're doing.
I'm sure,
We
especially
kind
as
of
we get into.
skip through. Yeah, we skip through. The first zone is like each boss just falls over pretty much. It's so simple. And then once we start getting into the zones, which we've kind of just gone straight to, or like the zones we're gonna get into now, like the area we're in right now, and the area like Caleb, that's when things start getting a little bit more like involved. Like definitely when you get to Radon is probably one of the first bosses where it's like, how the fuck do you deal with this?
Yeah, that's one I came across, and I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna come back at a later time."
Yeah, Radon's like crazy. He's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't. There's some of the bosses I can't wait for Millennia. I'm so excited for Millennia.
That one took me a while too. Yeah, so we'll keep you posted. We might be doing, maybe we'll stream again one of these times now that we're all up and running. We streamed our first time playing, but it was still kind of us getting used to playing with people and Kari kind of learning the game. But I feel like we did it again now would be a
Didn't
lot
we
more.
stream again?
No, I think we were just
we're
recording.
gonna
But
stream
yeah.
more of it.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna stream more of it.
Yeah, we'll stream more of it in the future. In other news, I guess we can touch on the big topics of this week briefly.
Okay.
The Neuralink was revealed
Yeah.
for the first time recently.
Did you?
Yeah,
I
I
was
read
saying
an
something
article.
about it.
Apparently, he was up all night playing Civ 6.
Yeah, what is he played chess and Civ?
Yeah.
Civ 6, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was
pretty,
like, oh, good for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
And for
cool.
people that don't know, what is Neuralink, Kari?
Neuralink is Elon's...
Elon Musk puts his finger in your ear, and then
Yep.
based on how warm his finger gets, he moves the mouse.
Yep, that's basically it. It's basically it, except
yeah.
it's a digital finger, and it's
a
surgically implanted with robots.
I don't think it uses heat to arbitrarily move the mouse.
Technically,
Is it with
everything is
robots?
heat.
I think it's just the surgery that puts
No,
it...
it's just with robots. The surgery is with robots because it has to...
Oh.
It's a part of the whole thing.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wonder how you even get that, like... How many people apply to get that gig? 'Cause I know he's paralyzed. It's probably a huge list of people who want to do this. I still don't know if because I know it's like supposedly one way.
If I was paralyzed, sure.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Probably.
I mean, hold on. I think it is definitely one way right now. If we knew how to,
It is. Sorry,
put
I only
images
say
into
that.
somebody's head, that would be huge. You know what I mean?
I only say that because conspiracy theorists. I'm not like actually. Is it in the future? Maybe not now. In the future. Oh yeah, it's one way, Calvin. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's
just
one way. Don't ignore all my weird personality changes that happen. I'm still me. I'm still me, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's something else. You have some other issue. That's not a...
Yeah, it has nothing to
Forget
do
your
with
craving for Coca-Cola suddenly every hour.
Oh, no.
Getting back into Kari's brain.
Like, could you imagine that is... People were talking about putting, like, ads in your head. No, the ultimate advertising is to make you want to drink Coca-Cola.
Mm-hmm.
That is the ultimate ad right there. Change your molecular...
There you go.
Your brain want it.
That doesn't sound sketchy or illegal at all.
Is it though? Have they made laws yet on that?
I probably haven't had to yet. I'm sure we'll have to.
Oh,
What does that say?
Changing your brain chemistry? Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, it's making you crave stuff. Ugh.
Yeah, that's a bit... It's a little bit crazy, but...
Just a little bit, yeah.
It'll be fine. Let's trust Elon.
Yeah, he has a pretty good track record.
That's never gone wrong. Oh yeah.
So we'll see. And I'm
It's
sure
definitely-
there's other
it's definitely
smart people involved with this. It'll probably
Cool
be
to,
like
like-
another Tesla.
Yeah, cool
I
to
think
hear
it's
about.
cool. I mean, right now I think it's going to be accessibility for a long time.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be like, you don't have hands, here you go. You know, I
Right.
think it's going to be, or not here you go. I don't think it's going to be, but I don't think average people are going to be getting it for a long until I can really
fair.
do something that we can't do.
I think I would
Like-
only try something like that if it didn't have to be done with surgery.
Oh, like you're
Thinking
thinking
some
like
What if it was like the
stickers
level
you
of
stick on your
cosmetic surgery?
temples.
Like they don't have to cut into your brain, but you'll have like a scar above your ear. Would you do it then?
I never had cosmetic surgery, unlike you.
I mean,
so don't know.
something. I mean.
What like is that just like
No,
a
I mean,
soft...
I meant non-invasive, as in they're not drilling through your brain. They just cut a slit and they slide something into your skin, like above your ear, let's say.
Then
just
maybe,
to, like, pick a spot.
that's
You know
a
what I mean?
maybe.
Like something that like we can take it out in 10 minutes sometimes.
Yeah, like you could
You
even
know what
take
I
it
mean?
out with some scissors. And...
Oh.
Jesus Christ, no. But
No,
you get what I mean? Like it's easy.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I could see using it for? If you could think questions and get answers. Like if I could think math questions at it and it would give me answers, that would be fucking cool.
Isn't that how your brain works?
That would
be
I think
two-way though,
2
right?
plus 2. Oh.
No, but then if it's above your ear, I was thinking it could be like audio as well. Like if it was also because I think that would be really cool to be able to be like
yeah,
just
or you
do
can have
math
it just
questions
control
from your
your
head.
phone.
Or
I guess
Google something, or text or reply to a text or something.
I get what you mean now.
I think that could be quite cool. That would be like the first thing I could think.
It technically is two-way. Right? Because we already basically link into our phones and screens, anyways, right? So.
And now it's the eyes to the other direction.
Yeah. So it could just show you an ad based on what you're thinking.
I hate that.
Yeah, why are you always talking about ads, Cody? That's what we were talking about dreams last time. Like,
Listen here, this is where the money is. This is
billboards
where it all
and
matters.
yeah.
Every product is to sell another product.
I hate ads. I pay for Reddit so I don't see ads.
No, I'm the same way. I avoid it. Whenever I see an ad, it's almost like a surprise. Like this is people watch these.
Yeah.
It's like every year.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Whenever I'm at my parents' or like.
Yeah, exactly.
Whenever I'm in my dad's car and he's got the radio on, it's like 50% ads. And I'm like, doesn't this make you want to drive off a cliff?
Yeah.
And all the boomers are like, what? What are you talking about? I'm used to it. I just tune it out. I'm like, this makes me want to cut my ears off.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's weird. If I go back to my parents to watch like the Oscars or something, like some TV event that only like they have because they still have TV or whatever, and there's ads and stuff. It's like almost like nostalgic where it's like, I remember these. Like these is like the old times. Like there's ads.
Yeah,
I guess so. Yeah. But now they got the.
Yeah. You just get up, go to the bathroom. It's a nice little break.
Yep. Classic.
Yeah, I wonder if there's gonna be like a knock-on effect of that, or actually, a lot of our generation probably just doesn't care and it's TikTok. Actually, I know a lot of people that don't even run ad block, which is crazy to me. I feel like the amount of ads you still see with ad block enabled is ridiculous.
I don't have.
But if you turn it off, you don't have ad block.
I don't.
Wait, Kate, did you just say you don't have ad block?
No.
What? That's crazy.
I have to agree with Calvin a little bit on this one. It's like one button, and then your life is better.
Never. Where do you get ads? Where are you getting ads? Just are you talking about like this ads on the side of your screen?
Yeah, on
or
like
even
websites,
like the middle of things. Yeah, I guess if you just say you just use YouTube, Netflix. I mean, what I've found is it's kind of you don't need it if you're only using major sites that you either pay for, like that you pay for. Like if I'm using Reddit and I'm using AdBlock, it doesn't do anything.
Right.
I don't use for me it's like on articles. I don't know.
That's what I like it more is I can open up articles and I know I'm not going to get hit. With
I'm not against it or anything.
Tons of garbage.
Yeah.
I guess you don't use it much.
Yeah. Like the biggest thing where I've had ads is YouTube. That's why I just pay for premium or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Like the more I use AdBlock, the more I feel like as I've gotten older and I just kind of like reduced my internet usage to sites that I pay for essentially, the less I've needed AdBlock. Because most of my screen time is Reddit, YouTube. Christ, that's like literally it.
TikTok? You forgot TikTok, buddy.
I uninstalled TikTok. I haven't used it in
because it's banned.
Months.
Oh, he's gonna be Instagram Reels.
YouTube Shorts.
I don't use Instagram either. I hate Instagram.
YouTube Shorts.
Kind of. I used to kind of use Instagram, but a lot of my friends like stopped using it. So then I was like, I don't care. YouTube Shorts are the things that get me. Those ones are annoying. But I've been trying to watch like kind of just less. I watch a lot less YouTube. Here, wait for it. Like sit and watch YouTube. I still watch like a lot of like throwing a podcast on or throwing a show on in the background and then working or doing other stuff or like playing games.
Right.
I do that a lot still, but I feel like I've stopped. If I'm sitting and watching something, right now it's animated. Jesus Christ.
You got a truck driving by or something? I can't hear the truck, but I heard your voice get all warbled.
It's just all of a sudden it got dark and it was like,
Almost got isekai. There you go.
Oh boy.
6 feet away from me. It is scary when like big garbage trucks drive by my window. It sounds like it's gonna bust through the wall. Yeah, I feel like YouTube and stuff is kind of like all I really watch outside of like Crunchyroll a little bit now. But yeah, but I feel like we're talking as if we don't see ads. How many Reddit posts are probably paid for, right?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the
that
real ads
all the
nowadays.
astroturfers. Yeah, that's like where all the money really is. All the astroturfing and the.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of YouTube channels just do ads within their videos, which I don't mind as much. I don't mind as much because you can just triple tap forward and it, 30 seconds and it skips it. It's also like it's supporting the creator, so I don't.
I have like mixed, because I say my premium supports the creator, and I have mixed feelings about this kind of. I don't know. It's actually a good topic because I hear this a lot where it's like support the creator by consuming an ad. I get the downside of blocking an ad, like technically you just shouldn't do that, because they don't get paid for it directly.
Mm-hmm.
But when they already were paid to do the ad read in the first place, in the same thing with TV, right? Where they the ad was paid for to be shown.
But
I'm not going to sit down and watch the ad already, even though the creator already got paid.
I'm not talking about the ads and the videos necessarily. I'm saying as in I don't care that they're okay. If just everyone. Yeah, I guess I get what you're saying, but I feel like I don't care. Like if there's an ad in the video, I don't really mind because one, it's usually less annoying. Yeah. It's less annoying, and it's like so easy to skip.
And also, it's usually like the person you're watching reading it half the time, so it doesn't feel so jarring.
And sometimes there's a guy that does like animated 3 to 5 minute videos, and he'll work an ad in ice cream sandwich. He's fucking great. He'll work an ad in, but it's like he animates it himself, and it's just him doing bits, but it's about fucking Netflix or whatever his sponsor is. So
yeah,
it's still like I still laugh at it, so I don't mind when they put.
Yeah, I don't mind either.
Creators, I mean, like I'll skip it, but it's more like I'm okay with them doing that. Like I'm okay with that versus I don't want YouTube to get money. I want the creators to get money.
Right.
Like I don't.
Yeah, I'm not upset at it. I guess it's more so if I know they already got paid, I'm not going to,
I'm not saying watch it, for the record. I'm not saying watch it like, oh, I support the creators. It's more like I'm not going to complain. I'm going to skip and then just not complain. There's also extensions. There's an extension you can get that just is crowdsourced. It's like the data's crowdsourced. So anybody that has like a big video that has like an ad in the video, your YouTube will automatically skip the entire ad.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty crazy.
So, I think what would be cool is YouTubers upload 2 videos. One which is for normal YouTube, and then one that's for like YouTube Red, YouTube Premium. And the YouTube Premium one, they get a higher cut. I mean, they do get a higher cut, like when on a Red user, but they don't have like the inserted ad.
Maybe a more efficient one could be just like a YouTube mechanic that lets you.
Lets them just like select and just lets them do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from what I've heard and when I've like watched YouTubers that have talked about it, they make way more money off like premium subscribers than they do normal, as in like per person. Premium's still like a small slice of the pie, just because not many people pay for premium. We're definitely the weird ones out.
It's so worth it.
Well, I think a lot of people like
when
a lot of people just tune out ads and get used to it.
Like when I try to pull up a video for like the podcast, I usually do it on like a separate browser where I'm not signed in to anything. And like the amount of time I pull something up and it's like 3 ads, I was like, okay.
It's 3 ads. That happens. Yeah,
that's the thing that's crazy. Because when did I start paying for YouTube Premium? Probably 8 years ago or something. Like pretty much within like the first year of getting a job. And back then it was like 1 ad, maybe like a 15-second ad.
Yeah,
you could skip 5 seconds in.
I remember.
And back then ad blocks worked really well as well.
I did it. I got premium when I was on the call with Kari. I think it might have been during quarantine COVID, or it might have been before, but we were just on Discord, and he sent me a video, and I was like, that was the first time I got hit with like the 2 ads or something. I was like, this is crazy. And Kari was like, just buy premium, and I was like, what's that? He's like, you just get no ads. I was like, what? And then I did it, and I never looked back.
Yep. And I know people said just use ad block, but use it on your Apple TV or your iPad.
Yeah, anywhere.
it's still nice
I watch
to use
on my
YouTube
phone
apps.
most of the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or on your phone. Yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, one last thing. Have you seen like Mr. Beast ad reads? I watched the video
No,
the other day.
I don't watch
I think
Mr.
he's
Beast
like
videos.
nailed it down to a science because he'll make kind of like what you said the ice cream sandwich guy does, but he'll make it so that you literally can't like the action
talked about
happens
this.
during the ad,
Yeah.
and it's like
He's talked
constantly
about this.
cutting
He's
back and forth. It's like
he's like, let me work it into the product. Like, let me make it part of what I'm doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's like
Right.
dropping like the one I saw he's like dropping a car and like in between shots he was doing the ad read and like the cut to another part of the car. It's like oh there you go. That's how you get people not to skip it because
You can't miss the action.
I'm sure advertisers look at like retention data for like
for sure, yeah. They probably
for, like
love
how many
him
people are actually
like,
watching. Yeah.
because some people will just like throw a
video.
random boring thing in the middle. Anyways,
I mean,
enough about ads.
There's also there's like an ethical. There's like there kind of is. I mean, this is the last thing. There is an ethical argument there. Like product placement is. There's like an argument that product placement is kind of inherently unethical. Like you kind of should be saying when you're advertising, not like just trying to sneak it in there. But I don't think Mr. Beast does that. I think he makes it kind of clear that it's like he's working it in, but he's like. I think he says sponsor and stuff like that, so it's like kind of obvious.
Yeah, but that's an interesting take, just in general.
I mean, there's a huge amount of ethics around advertising that pretty much all create. Like, there's all that evidence that BetterHelp is kind of dog shit, and is just kind of like this mill for paying people very little for like really shitty. There goes our BetterHelp sponsorship for really shitty like a care that's under the guise of like mental well-being, when in reality it's like really crap. But YouTubers all over the place promote it. Like and another one that's really famous is Raycon. There was tons and tons of YouTubers like promoting Raycon, but if you look at a single review for Raycon, they're like, "This is a garbage product."
There goes two sponsors.
There you go, Calvin.
Another one.
No,
Shadow Legends can go fuck themselves.
No, not that one.
I mean, but there is an
Raid, if you want to help, we're happy to play the game.
Calvin will not be part of the stream, we assure you.
Calvin will not be part of the stream. We will be happy to play that one.
There
it's actually
is
quite
an
a fun game myself.
about advertising.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be advertising this stuff to kids. So but going back to just like kind of it's a great idea to try and work your ads into somewhere that doesn't feel like a shitty like, oh, I got to sit here for a minute and watch an ad read or skip through it.
Right.
And I feel like creators and advertisers are starting to understand that like the whole point you're paying the creator to do it. Let them do it properly because they're going to do they're going to make it like interesting for their audience.
True.
This
is true.
Rant over.
Yeah.
Kari, there's something you wanted to talk about?
It was just a quick thing I remembered. I don't know if we talked about on the podcast last time, but remember when I said, what if an AI knew everything about you and could make you laugh, knowing everything you've ever seen, ever talked to, or thought about?
I don't like where this is going.
Wait, have you guys not heard this?
I haven't heard this at all.
Oh, yeah. So the idea is like
something specific. Or?
No. It's just the idea. If an AI knew all about you, everything you've ever laughed at, all your thoughts, like some super data set of you.
Yeah.
And it could just create. It said you can create a short clip that will make you laugh no matter what. Would it be like considered a drug? Because you would be a guaranteed laugh because it knows everything. So it'll show you the perfect TikTok, Calvin, every single time. That's like makes your day.
I guess it would be, because
this is probably a way bigger question than I think this is a complicated question because it comes. I mean, okay. I mean, addiction like this is actually similar to drugs because it's like addiction, like heroin or cocaine or other things that are addictive. I don't know what I'm doing.
I gotta get a not a doctor disclaimer to put up here.
Not a doctor. No, but I mean, they're all just releasing dopamine. Essentially, they're releasing dopamine. So, that's the end of the day. So if you have another way to release dopamine, those dopamine receptors still get over. Like the reason heroin addicts keep doing heroin, there's a couple reasons, but those dopamine receptors slowly get the reason they have to do more and more, and eventually it kind of stops working for them, is those dopamine receptors get overwhelmed and kind of, I think they start to get blocked. I'm not 100% sure. Not a doctor. But essentially, the more you do, the less it makes you happy. So,
but what if the
it might be
AI
the same
learns
problem
that?
with like,
you know, I didn't know
Yeah,
how to.
exactly.
but
So
there
exactly.
is only a
Exactly.
certain. I don't think you'd ever have AI that can do as much as you can induce chemically for the record.
So this is no, but here's the thing. This is the other side of it, where it's like, what if the AI knows that it could happen? So as a result, because
it
I was
moderates
thinking,
the exact right amount of happiness that
it's
is
not even.
optimal.
Here's the thing. My buddy brought up a good point, because he was like, "Well, if your happiness changes, the things that you find funny changes, anyways, right? Probably before that could happen. So it'll like guide you to just like laugh at the most crazy things instead, right? Like, because you know, like, cause something
Sounds
that will
scary.
be funny at 5 times will be not funny after the 5th time, right?
Right.
So like, what if your humor becomes just like completely just, you laugh at like a dude slapping his face or something? It's just like the funniest thing ever. I mean, I laugh at that now. It's pretty funny. But another example.
If they could make a video of Colton slapping himself in the face, that would be better than heroin. I totally agree. I think if you're just chasing, you're essentially asking, imagine if you're just chasing dopamine, are we eventually going to be like, is it just going to show us data on the screen?
It's
and
more
are we
so
gonna
I
just
wonder.
laugh at that because it
I
understands
wonder
exactly
what.
how to trigger.
Yeah, I guess I wonder what would be on screen like 10 years of doing that. Like, what would you be laughing at?
I think you'd get used to it. I think you would get used to stuff that AI does, because AI kind of has like a certain feel to it. At least I think that. You know what I mean? I think you would eventually, and it would eventually feel cheap.
Yeah, I guess.
I
Yeah,
think
I
Kari's
guess
saying
that's where it's
too
like
is it's
imagining
gonna
a super AI.
where it'll learn
Yeah.
you along the way. So like no matter what,
Yeah.
like as it's showing you stuff, you're changing what you like, but it's also knowing what's changing in you to show you what you like. So it's never gonna fail essentially.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like an infinite feedback loop where it's like, oh,
Like like it's never gonna
I
get to the point where
think-
like I know what it's gonna do. It's gonna do this. It's gonna look like this. Like, okay, well I'm gonna switch it up now and do this, and you're gonna like that. You're gonna like it, Calvin.
it's gonna be
You're
just
gonna
like
like it.
You're just gonna be sitting in the corner of your apartment laughing your ass off constantly.
Mm-hmm.
it's just gonna be a
I mean,
deep fried meme at the end of the day.
Yeah,
That's where it's
what's
gonna get
happening.
to. It's gonna be weird in jokes between you and your AI phone.
In jokes
You know what I
between
mean?
you, yeah.
That's what it will be. It will be only jokes that you get. I don't know. It sounds weird.
it does sound scary.
Yeah, or it could be like really dark stuff too. Could be anything.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
Something that's guaranteed to like make your heart drop. I don't want to see that. You know, that it's gonna be like, okay, well now he's used to that. Now we gotta show him this. Like, nope.
Well, I think that naturally happens to a certain degree. Like we know that already happens with a lot of stuff. Like we know that happens with comedy. The stuff that you're laughing at versus the stuff if you're laughing at if you're like if you watch a fuckload of comedy, I feel like, and if that's what your thing is, I mean, this is like anything actually. This is comedy's. I don't think the best example, but the more you like consume it, the more refined your kind of taste get, and the more that you hone into things that you really do like.
But the AI knows this, Calvin.
No, that's
Wait,
what I'm
hold
saying
on,
is
hold
I
on.
don't think it changes at all. Like if you watch, okay, let's do.
Calvin, are you
anime
saying
for
you
an
have
example.
refined taste in comedy because you watch a lot of comedy? Is that where this is going?
No, that's why I said comedy's about example. Because I'm kind of trash when it comes to comedy. No, that's why I said comedy's about example. But I was just thinking that like people that taste wine, when I'm fucking 17, I'm happy to drink any wine. I'm like, this is great. You know what I mean? Because I get smashed into my mind. But when you're 47, I mean, if you're still drinking like 2 bottles of wine a night, you got a problem no matter what. But I feel like if that's your thing, you're eventually gonna like all your tastes are gonna get more refined. And I feel like that happens with or without AI. AI might like speed that up, maybe. I don't know. I think people. I don't know. I don't think it
It's
matters.
just a fun thought experiment. That's all.
It's. I don't think it's. It makes me mad for some reason, and I don't really know why. It makes me mad at the idea that people would waste their time to such a degree. Like it does kind of piss me off, but I can totally see it. Like look how much people are just. I mean,
Now
that's
get
already
ready,
happening,
Calvin.
Kari.
That's the plot
This
twist,
is
Calvin.
already happening. With
The
TikTok.
algorithm is this AI, Calvin.
It 100% is. It's just going to get better and better and better. This is already happening with TikTok. When people talk about scrolling, I mean, I did it occasionally, and I hate myself for it. That's the reason I uninstalled this because people are just scrolling on garbage. for 4 hours a day.
Yeah, boy.
So I don't know. It's a weird question. It's an interesting question to see if there is an upper limit of the amount of dopamine you could get from your phone, even if it is like a super intelligent, perfect AI.
That
Is there an
interesting,
upper
yeah.
limit?
Like how much
Like
can
there's
you consume from
dopamine
a
amounts
screen?
for eating food, for sex, for cocaine, heroin. Can it ever get to those high levels, or
That's
is
what
it
we should be
always is there
studying,
always kind
Calvin.
of a limit? You're right.
That's
Let's
what
all
we should
install
be.
TikTok.
Yeah, we should
Yeah.
find a way to do that.
And we'll
You get a
we'll do
screen.
cocaine at the same time and see which we like more.
Can we make
Okay.
something on the screen as potent as cocaine? That's an
interesting
goal.
question.
That
I
would
mean,
be-
well, you don't need to make it as
$1 trillion
potent.
idea. Like,
You also don't need to make it super potent, because I don't think. Actually, yeah, this is a good point. You don't need to make it as potent because the buy-in is cheaper. Like you need to make cocaine or heroin super strong because it's illegal, and then getting it is hard. So you need it to be super addicting.
I know what you
But
mean.
something
Yeah,
like TikTok, you can have a lot less addicting, but still have them spend 10 hours a day on it, because it's just like such a less of a buy-in when it comes to just like accessibility. I don't know,
For a
man.
wholesome
It's
endeavor.
crazy.
Scary stuff.
It's crazy.
No, boy.
It is crazy.
Oh, did you hear that? Was it Florida that banned kids from under the age of 14 making social
I did
media
hear about
accounts?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, dumb.
They
I think
signed
most
it.
sites already
Doesn't
have it.
go into effect till like 2025 or something.
I thought
But
14.
but also, most sites have TOS that say you have to be over the age of 13.
Right.
So it's essentially
bumping it a year, but it's the same thing.
Probably. Yeah. It's also like this old adage of like never give it. I mean, it's in the military.
I feel like
it's transferable. It's never give an order that you know won't be followed, which is just this. They're like, what's the point of making a law that you know won't be followed and is unenforceable? Because that just makes problems down the line.
Hmm.
I'm not saying kids under 14 should use social media. I'm saying, like, I'm not even commenting on that. I'm saying, this is not going to stop any kids. If anything, it'll just teach them how to use VPNs faster. Like, it's not going to do shit.
How are they even implementing this? Like,
how do you
ID verification? Like what? How?
Oh yeah, giving companies under minors ID is a great idea, right? Yeah, see, it's unenforceable. You can't unless you start doing stuff like that, which then like companies don't want to do that because they don't want to be responsible for the data. They know it'll massively decrease the number of people. Like imagine if to get a Reddit account you had to enter your ID in. No one would get a fucking Reddit account. So yeah, I don't think
I think it comes down to like a lot. I guarantee everyone that made that decision is like over 58.
Oh, yes, for sure.
And like
they
think it's possible to enforce because they're like, oh, just tell them no. They they have like no idea just what.
They don't know what a VPN is. Yeah, they don't know how easy it is to get around any of this stuff. They're so localized and self-centered that they don't understand a lot of this stuff is overseas or like how the internet works. Yeah, we banned it here. It's banned everywhere. It's like, okay, well that doesn't really work. Like if it's illegal somewhere, yeah. If it's illegal just because it's illegal there, most of the internet's not there, so they just move any of those service out of, I mean, Florida can block access to stuff like we're seeing it in Texas with porn.
I mean, everyone can block access to anything.
Yeah.
But you should just VPN.
Oh boy. Yeah. Well, that's our show, folks. I'm glad it ended on a happy note.
Is it our show?
With the end of the world with AI. Calvin can't use TikTok anymore. It's all very sad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So sad.
Hopefully next week we'll have Colton back. So Calvin and Colton can yell again. It's been missing the last 2 weeks. But yeah, thanks for listening. And we'll
thanks
see
for
you next
joining
week.
us.
Yeah. See you later.